Imagine this. You wake up in the dead of night, but you can't move. Not a finger, not a scream. Your eyes are open wide, heart pounding like it's trying to escape your chest, and something is watching you from the shadows. You're not dreaming, you're trapped, paralyzed, and whatever's there, it knows you're awake. Tonight, we're diving into two real-feeling, nightmare-fueled stories that hit way too close to home. One where the shadow at the foot of your bed starts whispering things only you would know, things you've buried in late-night scrolls and endless isolation. The other, your phone turns against you, recording on its own, showing angles it shouldn't, with something staring straight into the camera, straight at you. These aren't just stories, they're warnings. If you've ever woken up frozen, feeling that crushing weight on your chest, or if you've ever wondered why your phone's camera light flickers when you're alone, stick around, because by the end of this video, you might never look at your bedroom the same way again. Hit that like button if you've had sleep paralysis before. It lets YouTube know to show this to more people who need to hear it. Drop a comment with the time you usually wake up paralyzed, 3:17, 3:33, or something else. And subscribe with notifications on, because the next story might be about someone just like you. Turn off the lights if you dare. Let's begin. I used to think sleep paralysis was just a glitch in the brain, something harmless that happened when your mind woke up before your body. I'd seen the memes, the TikToks, the Hat Man drawings. Funny, right? Until it wasn't. It started small. I'd wake up around 3:33 a.m., always that exact time, like my brain had set an alarm. Couldn't move, couldn't scream, just eyes open, staring at the ceiling fan, spinning lazily. The first few times, there was nothing else. No shadows, no sounds, just the suffocating weight on my chest and the panic of knowing I was trapped inside my own skin. Then, the visits began. The fourth night, I felt it before I saw it. A dip in the mattress at the foot of the bed, like someone sat down, heavy, deliberate. I strained my eyes downward. Nothing at first. Then the darkness shifted. A shape rose up slowly, forming itself from the black between my dresser and the wall. Tall, too tall for the room. Shoulders broad, head featureless except for two dull white spots where eyes should be. It didn't move like a person. It unfolded, arms lengthening, fingers stretching like wet ink. The pressure on my chest doubled. I couldn't breathe right. My heart slammed so hard I thought it would crack ribs. The figure tilted its head, studying me the way you'd look at a bug pinned under glass. Then it leaned forward, closer, closer, until its face, if you could call it that, was inches from mine. No mouth, no nose, just those blank white eyes and a low, wet rasp that vibrated inside my skull. "You're scrolling again." Its voice wasn't sound, it was thought, my own voice, but colder, deeper, like it had been waiting inside me for years. I tried to fight, focused on wiggling a toe, clenching a fist, standard advice from every Reddit thread. Nothing. The figure's hand rose, long fingers hovering over my phone on the nightstand. The screen lit up by itself. No notification, just my lock screen photo. Me smiling at a party last year, surrounded by friends I barely talk to anymore. The figure pressed a finger to the glass. The photo glitched. My face warped, eyes blacked out, mouth stretched into a scream. It pulled back slightly. "You feed me every night. Likes, comments, doom scrolls. You give me pieces, and I grow." I don't know how long it stayed. Minutes, hours, time folds in on itself during paralysis, But when my body finally snapped free, I bolted upright, gasping, drenched in sweat. The phone was dark, normal. I laughed, shaky, hysterical. Just a hallucination, brain playing tricks. I didn't sleep the next night. Stayed up binge-watching dumb videos to keep my mind busy. Around 3:30, my eyes burned. I lay down just for a second. Big mistake. Paralysis hit like a truck. Same time, same weight, but now the figure was closer, sitting on the edge of the bed, one leg folded under it like it was casual, waiting, patient. It reached out, not touching me, but close enough I felt the cold radiating off its skin like freezer burn. This time it spoke clearer. "You can't log off from me." My phone buzzed. I couldn't look, but I heard it, notification after notification. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the apps I used to numb out loneliness. The screen glowed brighter, reflecting in those white eyes. I caught glimpses, my own stories, reposted but wrong. Me sleeping, me paralyzed, me with the figure leaning over me. Captions, "He doesn't even know I'm here yet." The figure leaned in again. "They watch you, like I do, but only I stay." I woke up screaming, for real this time. Phone in my hand, battery at 1%, open to my camera roll. A new video, 47 seconds long, time-stamped 3:33 a.m. I hadn't recorded anything. I played it, shaky footage from above the bed, like someone held the phone high. There I was, eyes wide, body rigid, and in the frame, it, the figure, sitting beside me, staring straight into the lens, not at me, at whoever was watching later, at you. The video ends with it turning its head slowly toward the camera, white eyes flaring, then static, then black. I deleted it, blocked every app, turned off my phone, slept with lights on. Didn't help. Last night it came again, but this time it wasn't on the bed. It was standing at the foot, holding my phone like a trophy. The screen faced me, live, recording, the red dot blinking. It whispered one last thing before the paralysis broke. "They're watching now. Tell them hello, or I'll do it for you." I haven't posted this anywhere yet, but if you're seeing it, if this story made it into your compilation, your feed, your recommended, check the time next time you wake up frozen. If it's 3:33 and your phone's camera light flickers on by itself, don't look at the screen, because something might be looking back, and it knows your name.
In the dim glow of my bedroom, the clock on my nightstand read 3:17 a.m. I'd always been a light sleeper, but lately the nights had turned into a battlefield. Stress from work, endless scrolling on my phone, whatever it was, it left me tossing and turning until exhaustion finally pulled me under. That night was no different. I drifted off around midnight, my body heavy, my mind foggy. But when I woke up, or thought I woke up, everything changed. At first, it was the usual. My eyes snapped open, but my body didn't follow. I was pinned to the mattress, limbs like lead weights, chest tight as if an invisible hand was pressing down. Sleep paralysis, they call it that, right? I'd read about it online, brushed it off as some brain glitch. Happens to everyone sometimes. But this time, the room felt wrong. The air was thicker, colder, like someone had cranked the AC to Arctic levels. My fan whirred softly in the corner, but it sounded distant, muffled. That's when I saw it. At the foot of my bed, a shadow. Not just any shadow, the kind that moves when nothing else does. It was tall, humanoid, but stretched out, like a figure from one of those creepypasta drawings. Its edges blurred into the darkness, but I could make out the outline. Long arms dangling almost to the floor, a head tilted slightly, as if it was studying me. Eyes? Yeah, there were eyes. two pinpricks of pale light, like distant stars in a void, locked right on mine. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. My heart hammered in my chest, each beat echoing in my ears like a drum in an empty hall. It's not real, I told myself. Hallucination, just wait it out. But the shadow shifted. It didn't glide or float like in the stories. It stepped forward, one deliberate foot after the other. The floorboards creaked under its weight. Wait, creaked? My apartment has carpet. How could I hear creaks? Panic surged through me. I focused all my will on moving a finger, a toe, anything. Nothing. The figure was closer now, at the side of my bed. I could feel its presence, a chill radiating off it like dry ice. It leaned down, those glowing eyes inches from my face, and then it whispered. Not words at first, just a low hiss, like static from an old radio. But as it lingered, the hiss formed shapes. You're awake now. My mind reeled. This isn't paralysis. This is something else. I remembered the articles I'd skimmed. Demons, old hags, incubi, folklore crap. But this felt too real. The whisper grew louder, morphing into a voice that sounded eerily like my own, but distorted, echoing from deep inside my skull. I've been waiting. You ignore me during the day, but at night, you're mine. What the hell did that mean? I thought about my life, isolated, glued to screens, barely talking to anyone. Was this my subconscious screwing with me? The shadow's hand, long, bony fingers reached out, brushing my cheek. It wasn't a touch, it was a burn, ice cold and searing. Pain shot through me, real pain, not the phantom kind. Finally, with a gasp, my body jolted free. I sat up, sweating, heart racing. The room was empty, normal. Fan still whirring, clock now at 3:23 a.m. Only 6 minutes? It felt like hours. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, scanned every corner. Nothing, just paranoia. I laughed it off, shaky, and scrolled through Reddit for sleep paralysis stories to calm down. People described shadows, whispers, same stuff. It's normal, they said. Go back to sleep. But I couldn't. The next night, it happened again. Same time, 3:17 a.m. Pinned down, shadow at the foot of the bed. This time, it didn't just watch. It climbed onto the bed, straddling my chest, its weight crushing the air from my lungs. The whispers were clearer. You let me in. With every late night, every ignored call from friends, every scroll into oblivion, I'm the void you fill with nothing. I woke up gasping, clawing at my throat. Bruises? No, just red marks from my own nails. But the fear lingered. I started recording myself sleeping with my phone's camera. Old trick from the forums. Prove it's all in your head. Night 3, paralysis hits. Shadow appears. It leans in, whispers, smile for the camera. When I reviewed the footage the next morning, my blood ran cold. There I was, still as a corpse, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. But at the 3:17 mark, a glitch? No, the video distorted, pixels warping like something was interfering. And in the corner, barely visible, a dark shape. It moved, towards the bed, towards me. The audio, static, then my voice, but it wasn't speaking. You're not alone anymore. I showed it to a friend. He laughed, said it was deepfake or shadows from the streetlight, but I knew it wasn't. I stopped sleeping in my room, crashed on the couch. Didn't help. The paralysis followed. The shadow got bolder. It didn't just whisper, it showed me things, visions in my mind. Me as a kid, alone in my room. Me now, scrolling endlessly, eyes glazed. This is what you are, empty, and I'm here to fill you. Last night was the worst. Paralysis gripped me, shadow hovering, but this time it reached into my chest, literally, fingers phasing through skin like smoke. I felt it grab something inside, twist, pain exploded. When I broke free, I checked the mirror. Handprint on my chest, faint but there, red like a burn. I haven't slept since. Every time I close my eyes, I feel it waiting. And now, as I type this, my phone buzzes. A notification, a video file sent from my own number. I play it. It's me, sleeping last night, but from a different angle, from above the bed. The shadow's POV. It leans in, whispers directly to the camera. Tell them, make it viral, or I'll come for you next. If you're watching this compilation, listening to my story, check your shadows tonight. Because if you feel that weight on your chest, hear that whisper, it might not be paralysis. It might be something you've invited in, something that's been watching, waiting for you to notice. Sleep tight, or don't.